Well, greetings from the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. And wow, check this place out up here. So yeah, we are in the Pine Barrens of southern New Jersey. I want like a 2-day road trip down here. I'm hoping to get to 2 ghost towns today, and this is one of them. This is the ghost town of Harrisville. This is where the factory was, the paper factory. I believe the house is, the actual town is a little bit somewhere else, maybe back behind us or somewhere else, but these are the most impressive ruins here, where the paper factory was. Yes, all around us are some ruins. And I'll tell you a little bit of the history of this in a bit. Let's just look at some of these ruins. I mean, this is the best right here. Super tall, amazing ruins. Alright, so we'll take more of a look, but I love these 2 arches. Some impressive ruins. Of course, there's stuff back there, stuff behind us. So lots going on here. Unfortunately, there's some graffiti. I've seen older videos where there wasn't any, but places like this get discovered. Let's get a look at this structure from back this way, actually. Wow, look at that. Should I walk backwards? That's a view for you. So the history of this place begins in 1750 about, and then in 1760, several sawmills were built on this site. Then later on, 1795, it was turned into a log splitting mill, continuing with that theme of lumber. Love that site. By 1815, it was turned into a paper mill when they made paper. So, and they would use these streams, which don't look like much now. So they're that weird orange color. So one comes through this arch, and another one would have come through this arch at one time. There's a dam. You can see they built like a canal here. So back then there would have been much more water flowing through here. You know, the paper mill, the water would turn water wheels to run machinery here at the paper mill. Kind of curious about that orange water. Back in my home area, that would be a sign of coal mining, but I don't think that goes on here. So we'll cross over the orange bridge here. This looks like a fresher collapse right here, actually. Hope it wasn't intentional. And there's a highway just up here, so you'll hear some highway noise every now and then. Yeah, wow. And then in 1893, there was a fire here and destroyed the old mill, and that was it. And here the remains yet lie. You have one lone spire of a wall right up there. Still pretty tall, you know, at least 20 feet tall. Here in the Pine Barrens. Keep an eye out for critters. You can see the remains of walls all over the place here. And just a little bit more over here. Looks like a little bit more of a fresh collapse too. And while I'm at it, I do want to give a shout out to my friend and fellow YouTuber Kathy, who many of you know, I've mentioned her before. She has a channel, Rustic Ventures. She and her husband have been to the Pine Barrens many times, exploring some of these different ruins. And this is one of the places. So I learned about these places from watching some of her videos. And there are other videos out there too of people coming here. These over here are by far the most impressive ruins of what's left. I shouldn't have to say it, but you know, if you do come here, you gotta be careful because you know, some of this stuff is on the verge of collapsing. This looks like some of it did recently. There's cool, some like medallions up there too. Not sure what those are. Guess we'll cross the yellow or the orange stream again. There's some orange water. It could be from the iron content in this area, due to soil and stuff. Well, let's go exploring yet. I love that view right there. I mean, 1893, that's over 100 years ago already. Going on 130 years. These walls are still standing. So wow. Some number of other buildings here. Can't really say what all they were. And yes, there is a fence around parts of the ruins here, but not all of it. And there's holes in some of the sections too. But there's no signs telling you to stay out, so in case you're curious. But do use caution if you choose to come here yourself. Alright, there's more ruins around here. I don't think there's any as impressive as what we just saw. But we'll take a look around some more. Very boggy back here. And all back here you can see signs. There's all bricks laying all over the ground. There's a stub of a foundation. You can see depressions in the ground where buildings used to be. Maybe we'll just walk around a little bit. Since we're here. There are quite a few trails back here. Yeah, so 150 years ago, this was a happening place. Like I said, I don't think the village itself was in this location. I think my friend Kathy went looking for it at one point. I don't know if there was much left to see. Could be wrong about that, but... And another thing you should be aware of is that the biting flies are awful here in the Pine Barrens in the summertime. But, you know, it's worth it to go see ruins like that. We'll put up with it. And on that note, I think that'll be it for this video. I came to see what I came to see, some of those ruins, especially the huge tall ones. Those are awesome. I remember, it's one thing to see it in video, but it's always awesome just to come here in person and see it for yourself. So the ghost town of Harrisville, at least where the factory was. Of course, it was named after the owner, Harris. I think it used to be called another town, McCarthyville, also named after the owner. But yeah, awesome place. All right, well, we gotta get going. Gotta find my camping spot here in the Pine Barrens. I think it's the Hawkins Bridge campground. So hopefully I'll see you there. Thanks for coming along.